What if I told you Spider-Man might not be completely impossible? Welcome to this explainer. Now, I'm not talking about the swinging through New York part or the classic radioactive school trip spider scenario, but the actual science behind his powers. Some of it is terrifyingly real. Because, in the real world, scientists have already created genetically modified animals, discovered radioactive insects near nuclear disaster zones, and studied spider silk that's literally stronger than steel. So today, we're breaking down the real science behind Spider-Man.
Could a spider bite actually change human DNA? Could a human body truly become superhuman? And is web shooting technology secretly possible already? Let's find out.
Section 1. The Spider-Man Hypothesis. First up, we need to answer the absolute biggest question. How did Peter Parker become Spider-Man from just one single bite? Well, if you watch the Marvel movies, the explanation kind of changes depending on the universe. Sometimes it's the classic comic book origin with a radioactive spider, right? Born out of that 1960s atomic anxiety. But in modern interpretations, it's a genetically engineered spider.
Section 2. Radioactive versus genetic origins.
Let's start with radiation. Sounds fake, right? Just a neat sci-fi concept. Well, here is the creepy part. Radioactive spiders technically do exist. After the Fukushima nuclear disaster in Japan, researchers actually found insects and spiders living in radiation-affected zones.
Now, obviously those real-world bugs didn't become superheroes, because in real life, radiation damages DNA. It causes cancer, severe mutations, and total cell destruction. It completely wrecks your biological blueprint. It definitely doesn't grant you superpowers. But genetically engineered spiders, that's actually a much more believable and honestly terrifying origin story.
Section 3. The real spider goats.
You see, scientists today are already modifying genes. They use advanced technologies like CRISPR. Think of CRISPR as a tiny, microscopic pair of scissors that lets scientists precisely cut, paste, and alter the very building blocks of life across completely different species. It's a total game changer.
And this gets even crazier. Researchers literally inserted spider silk genes into goats. Why? So the goats would produce spider silk proteins right in their milk. Yes, spider goats are technically real right now. We are already mixing arachnid traits with mammals.
Section 4. Hacking human DNA.
Which brings us to a huge, mind-bending question. If science can already transfer spider traits to goats, could a future biotech experiment create a spider capable of altering human biology? Theoretically, maybe. It all comes down to gene therapy. This is a medical treatment where we actually use viruses, stripped of their harmful diseases, of course, as microscopic delivery trucks. They deliver new genetic instructions directly into human cells. We are literally already hacking human DNA.
So imagine a genetically engineered spider. Instead of normal venom, it carries a payload loaded with DNA-modifying agents. Step 1. The bite injects the venom. Step 2. That viral delivery system enters your cells. Step 3. Suddenly your body starts changing at the cellular level. It's a massive, real-time rewrite of your genes.
Section 5. The Deadly Biological Reality.
It sounds amazing, right? But before you go out looking for a glowing spider to bite you, here is the enormous problem. Real biology isn't as clean as comic books. Human DNA is insanely complicated. It's the result of millions of years of evolution, balanced perfectly, almost like a massive, towering game of Jenga. If you pull out the wrong block, the whole tower falls. Just one wrong mutation wouldn't turn you into Spider-Man. It would probably destroy your organs or kill you completely. The margin for error is virtually zero.
Because everything inside you is deeply connected. Changing just one single ability, say reinforcing your skeleton to handle super strength, or changing your skin so it sticks to walls, could accidentally trigger a cascade of fatal damage across hundreds of interconnected systems inside your body. The human body just isn't built for a sudden genetic overhaul.
So, scientifically speaking, Spider-Man is extremely unlikely. But the really terrifying part that you should take away from this explainer is this. With CRISPR, spider goats, and modern gene therapy happening right now, he's not completely impossible anymore. It really makes you wonder, just how far will genetic engineering go in our lifetimes?